There are 4 basic postures that it will be helpful for you to be familiar with before beginning the exercises in Part 2. These postures are standing, sitting, lying down, and child's pose. I encourage you to experiment with different variations to find out what suits you best. In a standing position, place your feet about hip-width apart, with the knees soft so the legs are straight but the knees are not locked. Focus on lengthening the spine with as little effort as possible. Relax the shoulder blades down your back and balance your head comfortably over your spine. Look for a center of balance that allows a sense of ease and lengthening of the spine. This is our standing posture. When choosing a seated posture, what's most important is to find an option that allows you to lengthen through the spine rather than rounding or collapsing, and to sit with ease rather than working hard to maintain your posture. Experiment with sitting in a chair or on a couch that has a firm seat. Sometimes it's helpful to sit toward the front edge of the seat, especially if the seat tends to sink in. If you prefer to lean back against a backrest, position yourself toward the back of the seat so that your spine is lengthening rather than rounding. If you choose to lay back in a recliner, find a position that allows the spine to be supported in a lengthened position. If you prefer to sit cross-legged on the floor, you will probably find it more comfortable to sit on a raised surface such as a meditation cushion or folded blankets so that the hips are slightly higher than the knees. This can make it easier to sit upright, lengthening through the spine. Take your time experimenting with different seated postures. The next position I'll describe is lying down on your back. A firmer surface like a carpeted floor or a hard floor with a yoga mat or blanket underneath you is probably more helpful than a soft bed. To help support the alignment of your neck, you might experiment with placing a folded blanket or towel beneath your head. There are several options for your leg positioning. You might extend your legs straight or bend your knees and place your feet flat on the floor, perhaps placing your feet a few inches apart and resting your knees against each other. You can also try placing rolled blankets, towels, or a pillow beneath your knees and relaxing your legs down onto this support. Or you might prefer to place your lower legs over the seat of a chair or couch. Experiment with these options to discover which provides you support and ease while lying on your back. The final position to be familiar with is called child's pose. Begin by sitting in a kneeling position with both knees on the ground and the tops of your feet against the floor. Rest your hips down onto your heels. Use your arms for support as you lower your torso onto your legs and rest your forehead on the ground in front of you. Extend your arms ahead of you or place your arms alongside your legs. Notice if this feels comfortable. There are several adjustments you can make if this does not feel comfortable. If your hips do not rest comfortably toward your heels, try placing a pillow, a rolled blanket, or a towel between your hips and your heels and rest your hips against this support. If your breathing feels restricted by your belly pressing against your legs, try widening your knees. If your forehead does not comfortably reach the ground or doesn't feel comfortable against the floor, try placing a folded blanket or towel beneath your forehead. If the floor feels too hard underneath your knees, place folded blankets or towels beneath you. If this is still uncomfortable for whatever reason, you can try sitting in a firm chair and laying forward over your legs, letting your arms and head hang down naturally. These are some options to consider when child's pose is introduced during the breathing practices. The most important factor with any of these postures is to find a position that allows your body to feel at ease.